Now let's try example 1. It's another problem like the one before, very complex, a lot of information, so pause the video whenever you need to make sense of everything. It tells us that Marissa has twice as much money as Frank. Christina has $20 more than Marissa. If Christina has $100, how much money does Frank have? Let F represent the amount of money that Frank has in dollars, and M represent the amount of money that Marissa has in dollars. Now, one of the problems that kids have when they work these problems out is, where do they start? So what I would do is I would look at what question is being asked. It says, how much money does Frank have? That's what we're trying to answer. I would start off there, and with that, it tells us that let F represent the amount of money that Frank has. So I'm going to draw one tape with an F in it for Frank's money. That's what we're going to be solving by the end of this. Now we can use that to answer or draw tape diagrams for Marissa. Okay, if we look back, it tells us that Marissa has twice as much money as Frank. And it also tells us that we can let M represent the amount of money that Marissa has in dollars. So we could draw her tape diagram twice as big as Frank, and call it M. This whole tape for her represents her amount of money. Now the third person was Christina, and if we're going to draw a tape diagram to represent the amount of money that she has, we can look back and see that Christina has $20 more than Marissa, and Christina has $100. So to draw that type tape diagram, we would draw one the same size as the one above. That would be our M, Marissa's money, plus 20 added to it, and that whole amount would be $100. Now you got your tape diagrams drawn. It says which tape diagram provides enough information to determine the value for the variable M. Which of these could we use to solve for M? Do we have enough information? Well, that's going to be Christina's. We're going to use Christina's tape diagram. And the equation that we're going to write from it would be M plus 20 equals 100. We have Marissa's money plus $20 equals 100. We're going to solve it algebraically by getting the M by itself. Do the same thing to both sides, and we have M equals $80. That tells us that Marissa has $80. What does the 80 represent? That represents Marissa's money. Now once you know that, we know that she has $80, we can use that to find out how much money that Frank has. Remember, Marissa's was 2 F's, twice as much as Frank, and that equals 80. If we solve that equation, we're going to divide both sides by 2. That means F equals $40. So what does that mean? That means Frank has $40. That's Frank's money.